Hi guys, welcome to Rawzone.com. This is Mohit Soni and we are going to quickly review the BMW X1 facelift. We've already told you about this last year in our video when it was released worldwide. So what we can see at the front are new headlamps. They look quite good as always. They've got the signature Corona treatment and that's the chrome grille. Of course, this orange color looks fantastic on this car and it always has been. With the X1, it just looks even better and no changes to the side profile. But there are changes to the L-shape design of the tail lamp here. We've got poop shoots even in the diesel version here, surprisingly. That is the boot of the car. It's almost 400 liters ish. It doesn't have any electric tailgate here, so you have to manually put it down. You have reversing camera and reversing sensors. There's no front sensor on this particular car. I think it's an optional extra. Getting behind, what you can see is this is the space behind my driving position. Good knee room, good leg room, definitely very good headroom as well. As you can see, there's a lot of headroom here. And a quick look at the cockpit from behind. It remains very similar. The steering wheel also remains the same. The screen also remains the same. There are vents here, of course, along with 2 charging points that are lit. And you can see cabin lights look really nice. The ambient lighting has 7 to 10 colors to choose from, and of course the massive panoramic sunroof on offer. Let me show it to you from a different angle. Yes, that's how it looks like. Getting inside the cabin, you can see there are powered seats on both ends. This side has a memory function on it, and those are analog dials that shows the fact that how old this car is. It's got a facelift, but nevertheless it remains the same. Screen can be operated from here. That is the glove box of the car. It's decently sized, not too big, not too small. This is the screen. It looks very small, but it can be operated, like I was saying, with the iDrive, and there is navigation along with a very good sound system on offer. It's as always very easy to understand and navigate and go through everything. It's got a whole host of features which does include technology in action, where you can see sport displays where how much power and torque has been used. So that's also a cool feature that is on offer. And of course you can go into vehicle settings, light, interior lighting, and change let's say the color of the ambient lighting like this. And you know, it takes a little time to go through everything, but it's not very easy. Of course, it's touch screen, so you can do that. You can see there is tire pressure monitoring on offer as well. And obviously quality is very good. The wood and the beige along with the black here, everything is decently soft to touch, not very soft to touch of course. And yeah, those are the dials that I showed you, along with the usual switches. You've got cruise control, you can limit the speed, the AC works really well, and of course you can see how aged this cabin is in front of its competitors. Everybody has moved on to huge screens, and even this button layout is still very last generation. I think the X1 update should come very time in the next year or two. Even this is almost 1.5 years old now, but given the fact that the host of changes and big changes that are coming in the new cars that are coming in from BMW, the X1 should follow. I showed you the space, I told you about the quality, and this is what the X1 is all about on the inside. Features list of course includes the panoramic sunroof, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I think Android Auto will be rolled out slowly. I don't know whether this one has it or not. And yes, it's got driving modes, it's got traction control. You've got this kind of space here in the front, and you can keep stuff. There's 112 volt charging socket there, and space to stuff your things here as well as below this. So pretty brilliant. And now let's jump to the driving part. So we are finally driving the BMW X1, and this is the front wheel drive version. There is no 4-wheel drive available with the BMW X1, and we are specifically driving the diesel version. It's mated to a fantastic 8-speed gearbox, and it's got a sport mode along with a manual mode. And this engine, as always we know, is also fantastic. So this pairing is as always a match made in heaven, because it's very smooth, it shifts very smoothly, seamlessly, quickly, and it doesn't leave any room for disappointment. The engine also has torque throughout the rev band. Of course, this is a diesel, so the top end starts from around 1500 rpm, goes all the way till 4000 rpm, and it's got mid-range, low end and top end at the same time. So pulling power at all times is sufficient, even if you have 5 people on board, like how we had for a day, and we did a Mumbai Pune trip and back. What we realized is it's got a lot of pulling power. It is sufficient in that way, and there is room for performance as well. So that's the reason why you pay the big bucks to drive something like this, where it has the capacity to tow. At the same time, it's got even more performance, and with 190 PS and 400 Newton meters, there's really no short change. You won't feel short change, that's for sure. What else? Well, the front wheel drive character means that you will get torque steer when you push it hard. There is a lot of wheel spin. Of course, front wheel drive car channeling almost 400 Newton meters of torque is also a challenge, but BMW has managed it. It isn't dramatic most of the time. Well, sometimes when you are playing hard and accelerating off the line very quickly, so that's where you will realize that. What you will also notice is that the steering wheel is light when you need it. It gets heavy when you want it, and it is in fact has good feedback. It's precise, and it's overall it's a good steering. Of course, feedback could have been better and more, but that's how it is nowadays with the BMW steerings. And the brakes are good, the tires are good. Let's talk about the ride quality and the ground clearance. Well, even with 5 people on board, we did not scrape anywhere, or even on big speed breakers. So I think that's a good point to score by BMW. That makes the car even more practical. And ride quality with a single person to a double person or 5 people remains very impressive. Most BMWs are getting much more India friendly with their suspension setup and the way the tires and wheels are also done. So that makes it much more India ready, Indian roads ready. Wherever you are in the country right now, this car should take most of it quite well. Ground clearance is not an issue. Ride quality is getting better. Still remains fun to drive. It's got ample performance even with 5 people on board. So I think that's one of the reasons why X1's highlight is that it's a practical car, be it space, be it performance, be it towing capability, be it the airiness that this cabin has to offer. All of that makes the X1 a fantastic package to live with. And with BMW's fantastic after sales packages, it makes sure that you have complete peace of mind while servicing. A lot of costs are kept in check with various service packages, so that makes the after sales experience a better one as well. And it is quite class leading indeed, that we've known for so far. And BMW hasn't changed much, but the original format is so good that it continues to impress a lot of buyers. With this entry level BMW, you get all of that, and what you get is a much practical car that you would buy. Of course, SUVs do make a lot of sense in our conditions, and there's no other way to find out when you are in the monsoon season. And no matter wherever you are in the country, this car will help you tackle a lot than you expect. And after spending a lot of time, I can definitely tell you that it does that quite well. I think that's how we sum up the BMW X1 here, and it has impressed us after spending a lot of time. And thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, comment if you still want to ask us something, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.